Seeing the world through young eyes. I have been traveling ever since I popped out of the womb. It has become a great passion of mine. When I was younger, my family and I used to travel to St. Bart's, and that's when I really started instilling the motto, do as the locals do if you want to fit in. And if that meant getting naked, well, I was going to get naked. That is the motto I carry with me when I travel to see other places. I feel it is the best way to immerse yourself in the culture, to see the country through the people's eyes, by eating their food and dressing like them, and even doing their daily tasks. That is when I feel you get the most out of your trip. I have traveled to Mexico a few times, one of which was to volunteer. While there, I got to help families rebuild their homes. It was an amazing experience to be able to work side by side with them, to get my hands dirty. I love combining work with play, because that's when I feel you get the greatest reward. It is just awesome to see the strong bonds that can form between people in such a short amount of time. Next, I traveled to Thailand with international student volunteers. This is where my love of world travel really took off. I stayed in a small fishing village, and there, every morning at 6 a.m., I got to help the fishermen bring in their catch. I never minded, though, getting up every day, because I never knew when I'd be able to get back. I wanted to make the most of my time spent there. Whenever I meet someone, I always tell them, if you can find a way to fund your travels, do, because it is the best education you can ever give yourself. You will learn more traveling than you ever will sitting in a classroom reading a textbook. It is the best way to see what you're made of, to push your boundaries, to see how far you can go. I think it's important to share your travel experiences with other people. You never know what doors it'll open for them. They may try something they never thought possible. While traveling around Thailand, I had the opportunity to go rock climbing in one of the most beautiful spots in the world, Riley Beach. In addition to rock climbing, I got to go sea kayaking, whitewater river rafting, and scuba diving. Anything you could think of, I did. But my most memorable moment in northern Thailand in Chiang Mai was working with rescued elephants. It was an amazing experience to be side by side with a massive animal like that. In Thailand, I really pushed my limits. I learned so much about myself, eating new food, wearing new clothes, and even picking up the language. I soon became the translator for the group. Every person who comes into your life has something to offer and something to add to it. Last year I did a study abroad to Ghana, but it was much more than that. It was an opportunity to fulfill a lifelong goal of mine, which was to meet my dad after he had left my mom and I when I was 5 years old. I only had a name and a few addresses to go off of. But in about a month's time, I found him. And ironically enough, he had been living in Beaverton, Oregon all these years. I would never take back that experience though, because I got to meet family, travel around the country, experience all Ghana had to offer. And if I can do that, I'm capable of doing anything. I'm ready now for my next big adventure. And that is where you come in.
So STA, my last big adventure in 2007 and 2008 was finding my dad. But I need your help now in 2009 for making my next big adventure possible by becoming the next World Traveler Intern. I would love the opportunity to help inspire people around the world to travel, to give them the information for making the most amazing and successful trip. So thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye!